Willie D. Live.
What's up, family? Draya Michelle is taking legal action after sheriffs showed up at her home amid an ongoing dispute with her ex, NFL star Tyrod Taylor, over ownership of the property. According to court documents obtained by In Touch, on November 20th, Draya Michelle received an alarming phone call from her children's nanny while on a business trip, saying sheriffs were at her Chatsworth, California home to lock the occupants out. She says her lawyer drove out to the property to stop the lockout and learned that Tyrod's company had filed an eviction lawsuit against her without her knowledge. Draya Michelle claims she wasn't served any paperwork about the case despite being involved in separate litigation over the home. The model said she offered to buy the home for $2.8 million in October 2023. Draya claimed Tyrod countered with $3.2 million. Draya says she accepted that offer. She continued paying rent of $19,000 a month and spent $270,000 on home improvements. Draya says despite their agreement, Tyrod was backing out of the deal and refusing to sell her the home. Who's right, fam? Give me a thumbs up if you think Draya is right. Thumbs down if you say, nah, man, that's that man, how she got to go. My thoughts. Okay, so whoever name is on the paperwork, that's who owns the house. Obviously, his name is on the paperwork. Draya has already suffered a setback because the court ruled that the counteroffer had lapsed by the time Draya accepted it. Therefore, the judge said the contract was unenforceable. However, the judge did say Draya could go after Tyrod for the $270,000 she spent on home improvements. Now, all is not lost. The court also allowed Draya to amend her lawsuit to revive any of the claims that the court dismissed and allowed her to pursue some other legal theories related to the case that she originally pled. Draya must really like that house because $3.2 million is a lot of money. You can take your talents to South Beach with that type of money. But, she's fighting for it. Perhaps, she not only likes it, but maybe the kids are also attached to it and she want to keep the home for the kids. It's a perfect location and everything. But it's going to be tough because his name is on the paperwork. And when your name is on the paperwork, you can sell your house to whoever you want to sell it to. These agreements are not enforceable unless you go through the proper channels and, do the paperwork for a real estate transaction. So I don't know how that's going to work out. To me, it appears that she's just wasting her money with these lawyers. She's giving these lawyers free money. That's what it appears to me. But perhaps she got a plan. I don't know. Fellas, what do y'all think about this? If you found yourself in this type of situation where you bought a house for your ex, at the time she was your girl, you bought a house for your girl and her kids, and, y'all had a 3-year relationship, 3 years, y'all rolling, and then things fell apart. Would you take the house back, or would you just let her have it? Here's the thing, fam. In my entire life, my general principle has always been to give and never ask for anything back. I have never, not one time in my life, bought a woman anything and asked for it back. Not once. And I am a generous man. I have never, not one time, bought a woman anything and asked for it back. And if I had bought something, bought a house for a girlfriend and her kids, if I had bought the house for them, I would have had an understanding. Okay, look, Y'all can stay in the house. I'm buying the house for y'all. Maybe I pay for it cash and it's done. It's yours. I would not ask for the house back. I just wouldn't ask for it back. Even if I was struggling financially, I gave it. It's the principle, man. It's the principle. I like, man, when I stand on these convictions for real, man. And, once you start going back on your word, you develop a pattern, right? Just like you develop a pattern for sticking to your word. Some people have a pattern for being late, and some of them take pride in being late because people be like making jokes about them being late. Oh, y'all sure. It's almost like they wear like a badge of honor being late. And then others take pride in being on time. Whatever you practice becomes habit, right? So I practice keeping my word. Here's the trip part about this whole thing. She not asking for the house for free. She said, look, I'll buy it from you and I'll give you your asking price. So, I don't know, dude, but it just seemed like some sucker stuff to me, man. She not asking for him to continue to pay the note. She not even asking for that. She said, just let me keep the house. And you're going to sell the house to somebody. You may as well sell it to me. I'm already in the house. I'm giving you your asking price. She offered 2.8. He counted $400,000 north of that number. And she accepted. And he, agreed. What's the problem, man? A lot of these dudes just be in their feelings. They be talking that noise, talking about how they moved on and all this stuff. But if you really moved on, man, you wouldn't be doing all of that. I just don't rock like that, fam. I take my bitter with my sweet. Any relationship that I've ever been in, the women that I've been involved with, every single one of them, I still care something about. You see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying I'm in love with them, but I'm just not the type of person that will be with a woman and go through all the things that you go through in a relationship. All of that good and the bad, but how can I just focus on the bad when we had so many good times? Especially if we produce kids. I'm just not built like that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just something different. I don't know what's going on. Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts.